What up, world? It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. We're doing a video now about how to tell you're with the right person or not, the right someone. If you're with the right woman or man, this is how to tell, like signs that I've learned along my journey that's been helping me to become my best self and live my best life. So sign number one is just the vibes. Uh, you might have dated a lot of other people in your past, like I have. I've gone through a lot of people in just in a few years. Like it's also personal. I'm a life path 5. I'm a free spirit. I seek adventure, change, freedom, and basically I'm not gonna settle. Like every time I got into a relationship, I was going all out, with these women. You know what I mean? I was believing in love, and I still do believe in love. I stand for love, but I was with the wrong woman, the wrong women, for years. You know what I mean? Different ones. And really I was treating them with the best I could, because whenever I saw that they didn't really like me how I liked them, when I saw that I was pouring out my heart and I was showing way more love to them than they were to me, that hurt. I didn't know how to handle that, and that sucked, but you can feel the vibes. And basically I'm saying, number one sign is the vibes. That's what we all feel, and I'm saying the vibes with the other women I've been with, they were off. They can fake it in the beginning, but usually you see people's true colors after a little while, when you start living together, or as you start making love, or as maybe you're going through a tough time with finances, you see people's true colors. The vibes, of like what they're gonna do, how they feel about everything. And for me, like I just noticed the vibes in the past, the wrong women who I was with, like it was a shaky kind of vibe, you know. It wasn't as much there wasn't as much trust, and there might have been more disharmony, than what we know we are worthy for. Like for me, I realized that there was a lot more disharmony. It was either a quick breakup, what I mean? The vibes, like in my past, there was one quick breakup that I can remember, and like there was no getting them back. They wouldn't surrender. You know what I mean? They wouldn't put down their ego and admit that they can be wrong too. You know what I mean? Admit that I'm not even gonna count the signs. I'm gonna just do how I do. You know what I mean? My bad. But they couldn't admit that they can be wrong. They can't. They're not able to surrender. They have all these defense mechanisms. Like they're all, like they're trying to fight. You know what I mean? Like they're all big and bad. Might even weigh more than me or weigh the same as me. Trying to intimidate me. And like it was just no getting them back. You know what I mean? Like whenever we broke up, they broke up with me. Of course, I still wanted to keep all these women, because I value the beauty of a woman, all the different exchange we do, men and women, the law of exchange. When you're in a relationship, that's definitely beneficial to your health. I mean? It's definitely a blessing. It's definitely a gift. So I was always fortunate for that. I'm always fortunate to be in a relationship, in a loving relationship. So in this particular instance, we broke up, and like there was no getting them back. just like the rest of them, all the other ones. Like, it's the same way. So the vibes of all those relationships that it didn't work out, it wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? I was always putting in more effort, pouring out my heart, trying to show everything, all my, you know, deep love, some secrets, all that stuff, like for them just to treat me like trash, you know, those vibes suck. You know what I mean? So that's something you gotta pay attention to, the vibes. Is it really shallow vibes like a lot of these modern day men and women are? You know what I mean? Like, that's true. We live in a shallow society. That's just the honest truth. You know what I mean? People are stuck, programmed, brainwashed, caught up in their ego, trying to compete with people. Like, I had some different women I've dated, and it's like a competition. They may be making more money than me, and then, like, that's in one relationship. Well, in some different ones, there's some where I was making more money than them, and then there's some where they appeared to be making more money than me. They seemed to be better off financially, but I was still doing what I love. They weren't. You know what I mean? When you do what you love, like I'm doing what I love every day, and I'm attracting financial abundance and wealth and magic money every day because I am doing what I love. I am money. So that's why I started to realize, like in these shallow relationships where they're just judging me because, the clothes I'm wearing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to act like I'm not good enough. Just so judgmental, so shallow, wanting to change me. And I had to leave. You know what I mean? It was best for us to leave. Those were signs that it wasn't working out. Like, I now realize that signs that it will work out is when they accept you. I feel accepted. A lot of times in my past with all these exes that I've had, I was not accepted. They were trying to change me. It wasn't good enough. They were judging me. They were seeing me as inferior, seeing me as a little toy, you know what I'm saying? Just that can satisfy their sexual needs, that they can just, have a baby and then leave me, just take the baby, something like that, you know what I mean? That's never been brought to my attention, that's never happened to me, but that's something they would do. They're the type of woman that will put me on child support, out of fear, you know what I'm saying? Out of hate, out of ego, you know what I mean? I'm not on child support. I don't have any children, no children have been brought to my attention, Now, if people are lying and they really did have a baby from me, then that's something that the universe needs to deal with and I need to know about. But I'm not focused on that, like that hasn't came my way. You know what I mean? I don't even want to have children with any of my exes or people in my past, these women from my past, because like it was just toxic. You know what I'm saying? It was negative. It wasn't evolved. It wasn't spiritual. It wasn't all levels. You know what I mean? We weren't going anywhere. It's just like a shallow, shaky foundation, and like if we got ugly with each other, then I for sure don't want to have a child with you. Like, I'm talking about getting real ugly with each other repeatedly, over and over again with different relationships, different people that are not our true reflection, we become fortunate for our true reflection. I'm really grateful for my reflection, that I have now, because like it takes for us to go through all these people to realize they're not the one. You know, it takes for us to get to the right one, after going through a lot of hoops and hurdles, for us to be like, oh, now I see why. You know, so here's some more signs of how to tell you're with the right one. So, one big sign is that y'all both love similar things. Y'all are both basically the same. Like, for instance, me, like, just like Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters, he's my mentor, my coach, my brother, what I'm saying, my older brother. I'm an only child, but I'm saying, like, in a spiritual sense, what I'm saying. He gave me wisdom saying that your twin flame is going to be similar to you. He was saying he's a vegan, she's going to be a vegan too, and like other interests will be similar too. That's how it is for me. Like, and also there's differences between twin flame and soulmate, because I have dated a couple of so-called vegans, and it was just all physical sex, what I'm saying, hookups. Like, they weren't into cannabis or meditating, what I'm saying, getting their chakras right, all these herbs, getting these herbs into the system, alkaline foods. They weren't into that. You know what I mean? So, like, that's how I could tell that they weren't meant for me. I knew what I'm into. I know what I'm into. That's why now my current twin flame, my true twin flame, my real twin flame, my true reflection, my divine mirror, I like Dr. Sebi. She likes Dr. Sebi. I go, I follow his guide. Like, I live by his nutritional guide, Dr. Sebi's guide. For the most part, I'm not really perfect. I'll always eat vegan food. I won't eat meat or dairy, but not all vegan food is alkaline. Not all vegan food is healthy. Not all vegan food is high vibrational, stuff like tofu, stuff like soy, you know what I mean? Like, that stuff, it may fill you up. It may be vegan. It may not have animal products, but it's like an eraser. You're just eating, stuff that truly is not from the jungle. You know what I mean? Tofu is not truly meant for you. Dr. Sebi even talked about this. Dr. Sebi said tofu is like plastic, gluten. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's not real. It's artificial. Like, yeah, maybe if you want to eat it from time to time, that's on you. You know what I mean? I've done that, you know what I'm saying? But since I've got with my twin flame, she's kept me in check. You know what I'm saying? About how I really feel about it. I'm striving and I'm being the most alkaline I could possibly be. I'm being the healthiest I can possibly be so I can heal to the most optimum level. Why would I put junk in my body? Stuff that I know is not real. Stuff that I know did not come from organic soil and has live enzymes. People might say, oh, tofu got protein, seitan, tempeh got protein, this and that. So, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going after this big, bulky look. You know what I mean? I'm going for the nice, slim, strong, got good muscles, cut physique. You know what I mean? Who can still eat abundance. I'm not trying to compete with these other people with how I look, these bodybuilders and stuff like that. Like, that's cool. I love bodybuilding, but I'm doing it for me, for my health. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it for the looks. The looks are a plus, and I'm not doing it to compete with other people. I'm doing it for fun. I'm doing it because I love it. I'm doing it because it's healthy and I can help other people. So I'm not going to debate about tofu or tempeh or seitan. I've eaten all those vegan proteins, and I won't be eating them like that in the future. Like I might have it on occasion, you know, but not heavily. So how I feel about tofu and that intuitively, deeply, she already knows that. You know what I'm saying? She's already on the same page. She's wanting to eat raw foods like me, alkaline, ancient foods when we cook, using grapeseed oil instead of, extra virgin olive oil or vegetable oil. We use grapeseed oil, coconut oil, you know, avocado oil. Like we all on the same page. We love the best quality stuff. I love Dr. Sabi. She loves Dr. Sabi. I'm vegan. She's vegan. Mainly alkaline. Both of us are mainly alkaline. I'm a free spirit. Check this out. I'm a life path 5 and she is too. What are the odds of that? You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you met your twin flame. When y'all share the same soul. You know what I'm saying? The same stuff. Where you become one. The two become one. You're two peas in a pod. You're the yin and the yang. And you can trust them. That's how I feel now. Like you may not all the way trust them in the beginning, but your trust level, you're more comfortable with trusting them than any of your other exes. Because you notice all the patterns of your exes and you notice the problems and the clear red flags of your exes. So you're not noticing those with your current, with your real twin flame. That's what I'm noticing with mine, with who I'm with. I don't notice those same red flags. There's a lot of reassurance. Excuse me. There's a lot of reassurance, like where she's reassuring me that, hey, Sky, you the man, you my husband, father of my children, devoted partner, business partner, lifelong friend, lover. That's how she treats me. I'm her king. I'm her god. She's my goddess. She's a goddess to me. She's a queen. She's an empress, an angel. We treat each other with high levels of respect and adoration and care, But how many of us have been in relationships where they treat us like we're a fucking burden? You know what I'm saying? Where they treat us like we're a damn joke. You know what I'm saying? Where these girls or guy, whoever you are, if you're a girl watching, if you're a lady watching, a man watching, I'm addressing both sides. So for ladies, if you're with a guy who treated you like a joke, fellas, if you were with a lady who treated you like a joke, this is for you. There is a special twin flame out there for you who will respect you. They will constantly, give you compliments. They will constantly reassure you that they are real, that they're down for you, that they want you and only you, that they want to grow and evolve over a lifetime with you, throughout eternity with you, That's how you know. That's what I'm realizing. Like we're going beyond death, beyond this physical death. We're gonna transcend death and go to the next lifetime, the next incarnation, and meet each other again. We're gonna maximize the most out of this lifetime. We're going to be grateful for every second, That's how you know that you found the real one, That's what I'm realizing, like her and I just get along, It's not all the way perfect, you know what I'm saying? That's what they say about the twin flame relationship, that like it can be on and off, but it's so intense, it's so real, and it's just the feeling. It's a heart-based connection, Whereas like how I knew my past, like my past exes, those were just physical and mental connections. No heart connection. Only one person's gonna have the key to our heart and our whole being, our whole soul, our body, mind, soul, everything, all these levels. Only one person can have that. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's what real love is. That's what divine intelligence is. You know what I'm saying? That's what God put us here for. You know what I'm saying? To be simple, not greedy. But it's just that one being, that one person will have that key to your heart, you know? So like how I realized, I was like, wow, all these connections. Like first, I've gotten into brawls and fights with some of my exes. You know what I'm saying? Who were savages, who weren't giving off the best vibes, and I didn't know how to respond. I didn't know how to just say, just leave. I wanted to go down with them. I wanted to sink in the ship with them. I wanted to try to save everything. I wanted to try to fix something that's broken beyond measure and won't be fixed, that doesn't want to be fixed. I was trying to do that. I was trying to save these women. I was trying to Dr. Sabi these women, trying to give them all this health and nutrition. They were treating me like a joke, They just knew that, hey, this guy can give me a baby. You know what I'm saying? That's how they look at me. Oh, that's my baby daddy. Not a true husband, not a true lover, friend, lifelong friend, king, God, not that. You know what I'm saying? They don't think about that, which that's how I know they're not my true reflection, because I'm him. I'm amazing. I'm great. I'm spectacular. I'm phenomenal. I am a god. I'm not going to let anyone let me doubt my self-worth. You know what I'm saying? So that's what a lot of these women were doing. They were getting me to not recognize my true greatness. They were getting me not to realize my true worth. They were saying I gotta settle for peanuts and scraps. They were saying I gotta have a low self-worth. That I was thinking too high of myself. Where what I was asking for was just too much. But guess what? I'm worthy to have it all. You know what I'm saying? I'm worthy to have it all. Everything that I truly desire in my heart. And so are you, Authentic Squad. So basically, I know some of the relationships I was in were physical. Like it was just about, booty. You know what I'm saying? Like how big her booty was. Or like how good that sex was. Like getting some head from them. Me giving her head. Like how big her boobs are. How thick and curvy she is. Like all of that. And that's how she was seeing me. That's how they were seeing me. They were just like, oh, he's tall. Oh, he's got a great skin complexion. He's like a golden glow. He's got a golden glow. He's, got a six pack. He's got muscles. He's got broad shoulders. That's what they see me as. That's it, though. I'm much more than just a physical body. I'm a spirit. You know what I mean? So those are signs about that that it's only a physical connection when they're only worried about sex, about physical stuff. And also how it's only a mental connection. You gotta have the Trinity: mental, physical, and heart connection. So the mental connection, which is important, and you'll learn this lesson until you meet your twin flame, who will have all three. The mental connection is where, they are only worried about how much money you're making. If you have a job or not, what kind of job you have, how are you doing in your job, What kind of car do you have? Do you even have a car? Are you taking the bus? You know, uh, just like matrix stuff. You know what I mean? Like, do you have insurance, health insurance, like stuff like that? Like, do you have any property? You know, things like that. They're just like addicted to their matrix persona. You know, they're addicted to this matrix reality. You know, like where it's just about what you can do for them. You know, and you should want to give. You know what I'm saying? But they're only looking to receive. You know, their first initiative is just to think about what they can get from you, what they can take from you, you know, what they can receive from you. You know, that's how a lot of these modern women and even modern men are like. You know, they're very thirsty. You know, they're like, what can I take from her? What can I take from him? You know, what are they gonna get me? How can they get me to this place? You know, stuff like that. And that's a mental connection, you know, where you're just thinking, oh, yeah, you know, he's a man. He's got to be the one for me. You know, he likes me. You know, we got to be it, you know, but you're still lacking that heart space connection, you know, the Trinity, where y'all are attracted physically, y'all get along and are on the same page mentally, have similar ambitions, visions. And 3, you have the heart connection. You know, you're being honest, loyal, transparent. You know, y'all really are connected with your spirit, your soul. You know, you got to have all 3 of those. You know, so that's how you tell. You know, and how to tell you got the heart space connection, how to tell they're really your twin flame, you know, is when it just clicks. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not perfect, you know, but as you heal, you realize you're both healing. You realize you're both equal. You realize you're both the same soul. You know, there's no need to compete with each other. You got to collaborate with each other. You know, you realize there's no reason to have these trust issues. You know, letting them go for a few hours, you know, go for a drive, go run some errands by themselves. You know, maybe they want to go work out alone or just go to nature alone or something. You know, or maybe they do even have a genuine friend who's just a friend, you know, and you got to be able to trust them. You got to trust them that they won't just leave you. You got to trust them that they are telling the truth, that their actions are matching their words. You know, you got to trust in karma, you know, that you will be taken care of. You know, just let go of the resistance. You know, that's what I'm doing. You know, there's a high level of trust because, like, the actions are there. You know, I don't see any other reason why not to trust them. And excuse me, that's the garbage truck. That's the big sanitation worker truck that made that loud noise. They're emptying out the trash. So I don't want y'all being like, oh, what's that? What's that? You know, it's very hard to find a very quiet place. You know, I live in a very big city and I'm looking to leave sometime soon, you know, and get out into nature where there's cannabis, that good ganja, you know, marijuana is legal, recreational, you know, where there's positive vibes, you know what I'm saying? Vegan, alkaline foods, herbs, sunlight, it's warmer. You know, probably St. Lucia's where I'm looking to go, you know, in the Caribbean. You know, cannabis is legal, you know, you can grow your own plants, you know, so I can wake up every day with an abundance of herbs, you know, sea moss, cold pressed juices, sunlight, nature, you know, tropical air, clean air, you know, the ocean, the beach, you know, all that. That's what I'm focused on, you know, and she desires that too. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you are in a twin flame relationship, you know, like you can tell, you know what I mean? Like y'all share the same vision, you know, what you want, they want. You know, y'all are both on a highly evolved level. You know, that's what I've realized. You know, and it's like everybody prepares you for your twin flame. You know, all these false twin flames. You know, you learn all these lessons and you develop a great amount of gratitude once you get with your twin flame, because you're like, hey, you know, they mean a lot to me. You know, hey, we've got all these things in common. You know, we're on the same page. We can accomplish a lot. You know, we're doing great things. You know, those are signs that you're with the right person. You know, I'm just giving y'all that wisdom. You know, thank y'all for watching. I'm going to wrap up the video. But yeah, believe in love. Look out for the signs if someone's not really your soulmate or your twin flame. You know, don't confuse a soulmate with a twin flame. Check for the signs. You know, if you're noticing a lot of disharmony repeatedly and there's no surrender and they're running, you know, and you're chasing or whatever, or the other way around, you know, or it's just unequal and it's not even worth it, then you need to leave. You know, that's not your twin flame. That's not your real reflection. You will know, you will feel it with your real reflection. You know, it'll be more real. It won't be perfect, but it'll be way better. It'll be worth it. It'll be the best for you. It'll be the best one in the long run. You know, they will be the one who will be with you in old age. You know, none of these other people. You know, none of these other guys or girls. You know, so that's what I gotta say about that. You know, believe in love, stand for love, know that you are worthy for the love you truly desire. And y'all have a good day. It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. Peace.